contract is to eliminate a high-ranking CFA officer. CFA doesn't just hire UNITA soldiers as mercenaries. They're also supplying UNITA with weapons. It just smacks of Western nations manipulating them against the socialist MPLA.
Oh, always with those
Naturally,
Western
the
nations.
MPLA is not happy with the situation.
Everything
It
just
wants
smacks
us
of
to put
them.
a stop to it. Your standard issue East-West proxy war. Except it appears our target is the man in charge of how many weapons get supplied to UNITA. Apparently his MO is to keep the Civil War going as long as possible.
Of course it
So
is.
CFA can keep making a profit. Bad for business if UNITA wins too soon. So they sit back and suck the people dry.
Oh.
Parasites of war. Our intel suggests the target rarely ventures outside of Nova Braga Airport. But rumor has it that a Western arms dealer is headed there soon for an inspection. That could be your chance to eliminate the target from a distance. We also heard that he plans to leave the country following the inspection. This may be our only opportunity to take him out.
Yeah, so this one's kind of interesting because they talk about it with urgency, but then when you start this mission your first time, you're told to leave and go retake the platform. So I don't know, it's a little weird. Well, let's go with this. And since Solid Snake retook the platform, we can pretend he was doing that at the same time as Liquid here. He was taking care of that war economy. Whoops. Don't know why that was equipped. Let's change our equipment, because again, with Liquid, we like to go lethal. For one, let's get a nice, nice silenced handgun. And we are going to use one of the arms for this mission, specifically the Hand of Jehuti, because it's very funny. And also because it might actually be useful. As for our primary weapons, we don't want non-lethal. Let's go with this. A nice sniper rifle, and of course, we didn't get to use it last time. Our legally distinct FAMAS. Let's see, support weapons. We'll bring, yeah, we'll go with smoke grenade. And I think that's good. Commence that mission as soon as I don't know the saying. I don't know the saying. As soon as pretty good. There we go. All right. The war economy. Well, some of us liked that economy. That's what I've heard anyway. Yeah, another mission at the Nova Braga Airport. This one, we're actually going to be able to explore it and see that it's a really cool zone.
CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
It does, however, kind of show that, like, I don't want to just say it like this, but this game has a lot of filler missions. You know, like, oh, let's go back to this place we were at before, but now let's just, there's a guy we either need to extract or kill. Let's go do that. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in this game. Thankfully, there's still some areas we haven't seen yet that are pretty cool, but yeah, it does strike me odd because it's not even like
Be careful down there, boss.
the Trader's Caravan mission was that long ago, you know? Alright, let's get a little closer. I like that it happened to be nighttime, too. Because the lights look pretty cool. It's a cool looking place. Again, very urban. That's why it made sense to me to pair this with Liquid. Solid Snake gets his urban infiltration, Liquid gets his urban infiltration, my brother got to infiltrate a base, I want to infiltrate a base too. Father, send me out on a mission. I imagine that's how it went down. Got a guy on a spotlight here. Is that the first time we've seen one of these since Ground Zeroes? It might be.
Great, you made
I've sent the information to your map screen. That's the target's predicted location. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
Now, of course, Liquid likes to go murdery. But we still got to be a little careful because I want to try and get some of the dialogue in this mission. This is one where I think if you look at the other objectives, yeah, it's like listen to all conversations between the arms dealer and the official.
The arms dealer due to inspect Nova Braga Airport is on his way.
It's really difficult to do that because, oh man, everything in this game, whoops, arouses people's suspicions. Again, we want to go murdery, but tactical. Can't leave a single trace. How did that happen? Who can say? Now, it actually wasn't enough gravity to kill him.
That's an enemy gunship. Don't try to take down a gunship. The chopper will be arriving any minute. Watch out.
It was gravity and a bullet what killed him. There was a spotlight on a tower when I had to save the kids in America, but it was so pointless it didn't register. You know, I believe you. I believe you that that was there, because, yeah, I don't remember it. But there's the gunship. It's actually dropping off a passenger.
Chopper landing. It must be carrying the arms dealer. Keep your eyes on him.
So,
Intel suggests the target will leave the country with the arms dealer after the inspection.
Miller's not going to shut up.
Take him out before that happens.
This area is very cool because, yeah, you can actually... Oh, excuse me. Where... There you go. Where are you? Disappeared. That hedgehog was too fast for me? There you are. Now get back here, you little bastard! David got a pet hedgehog. I want one too. Father, why is this hedgehog running away from me? I will name you Shadow, just like how I am Snake's shadow. Yes. Anyway. I think we've wasted enough time there. So the Hand of Jehuti. What's it do? Well, you get Wisp. And yeah, you can grab dudes from long distance. Oh, look at that. And he gave us some information. Very kind of you. You know, we'll let you live. But we are going to humiliate you. Get in the dumpster. Hand of Jehuti, our jet weapon. What did Kojima mean by that? Is he stupid? I think you know the answer to that. I think you know the answer to that. To be fair, Jehuti did get Wisp as a weapon. But it is our jet's weapon. Hello there, idiots. We're arguing about Zone of the Underlord. Do you have anything to say? No? Then die! Oh, look, and we've got walker gears present.
Boss, get down.
Oh.
The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Now, unfortunately, this is not suppressed, so I don't want to chance it. Let's take a look at the route here. Kind of just like a little circuit. You know, in all that confusion. I don't know if I said it, but, you know, you would think if he had actually directed those games, he would know whose weapon is whose. And that Jehuti should definitely have more like the, maybe like the blade. Or even like some sort of defensive shield ability. You know, something that was... I mean, the obvious go-to is a zero shift. That is, you know, zero shift or like vector cannon. Something that is one of Jehuti's abilities. But instead, you know, yeah, we get Wisp. Still, it's pretty fun. When you aim in first person, you can also see the little, Are those called... Do those have a name in Zone of the Enders? I always want to call them bits or options. Hey, anyway, check this out. That's our man.
Has the arms dealer made contact with the target? Can you see the target anywhere near the dealer?
So our screwing around, actually, was for the better. Because they're about to get in this truck. So that helps us out a lot. Our jets are called Wisps, so those are just called Wisps, then. Vic Vipers are called options. See, that one I knew because of the obvious reference. But aren't these the little parts of Jehuti that, yeah. So I wasn't sure. I gotta play those Zone of the Enders games on stream. I knew this would happen. I knew if I went with the Hand of Jehuti, I'd just want to talk about Zone of the Enders the whole time.
Dit is die suidelike hangar.
This is the South Hangar.
Ek het al beter dae gesien, maar ons kan dit regmaak in 'n japtrap.
Baie ruimte. Is goed.
This is another tailing mission where... Now again, I could just murder these dudes and be done with it, but this is some interesting stuff.
Kom ons vat die kar.
Beslis.
And again, yeah, the scripting can break, but I mean, someone went out of their way to program and script all this, so even though plot-wise it's a bit of a filler mission, someone put a lot of care into this, and I think it is one of the more interesting missions if you actually are aware that this happens, because that's the problem. Most people will just be like, oh, I gotta kill or extract one guy and then maybe a second guy, and you just wait until you see him and pop him, and then you're done with the mission in 10 minutes. Maybe. So, yeah, we'll give these guys a listen. I think it's cool that this is... Now, here's a problem there. Yeah. A single step in the back of the truck will make them paranoid as shit. Now, you can see where I appreciate the effort that went into this mission, but I don't think it really works. And this is all because I made one footstep sound in the back of their truck. Now, luckily, they can't actually climb up here or check the truck. So, like, I should be completely fine. But, look how far away they've run now. So this is a little ridiculous. This is legitimately a little ridiculous. That was all from one footstep noise in the truck bed. So they'll come back eventually, and I think they'll just get into the truck. Q-Spike getting mad for being hard stuck on Zakat for 9 hours. Which, it's been a while. What? Is that like the big orb thing? I don't remember. I don't understand. Why would players immediately jump to completing a mission in a game that gives S ranks based on speed? Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, they didn't really understand how people played Metal Gear when they designed a lot of these. Yes. Oh god. The fact I got that right, the fact that I knew it was the big where he's like, that's not a defense station, it's an orbital frame. The fact I remember that, yeah. Oh, it's been a while too. It's been probably 12 years since I played Zone of the Enders 2. Yep, that's no moon. It's no. Yeah. Back in the day, my friend and I, in college, we would occasionally do a whole bit where it's like, that's no moon, it's a space station. That's no space station, it's an orbital frame. Like a whole, yeah. Just like increasingly more absurd, like trying to get it to go on as long as possible. But it's definitely memorable, yeah. For some reason, it was just a massive jobber. I feel like I remember that. I feel like I remember it being kind of confusing more than difficult. So here's the thing. I think they'll eventually come back. But I might have ruined the mission. And I might have to restart from a checkpoint. Because of how the scripting works. So we're going to give it like another minute or so. This would be a time where you would want to use the Phantom Cigar to pass time. To allow them to come towards you. But of course, I don't have it equipped. So let's checkpoint ourselves. Just because I don't feel like waiting that long for them to come back. The important thing is we know where we need to get to now, which is that truck.
Great, you made it. I've sent the information to your map screen. That's the target's predicted location. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
All right. So we'll get back to that truck and we'll make sure not to breathe too loud or crinkle any paper or sneeze. Remember when you could get a cold in prior Metal Gear games and sneeze? And the games were so tightly designed that, of course, we need to get Shadow back. Get back here. I need you. I won't let my brother have a hedgehog and me go hedgehogless. There we go. So yeah, you could, like, you know, sneeze, and then the guards would want to go to around where they heard the noise. But because the games were so tightly designed, you could take cover, and you could wait it out, and be absolutely fine. This game, not so much. This game, you make a footstep noise in the back of a truck bed and it ruins the whole mission. It's very funny. I don't think it's good, but I do think it is funny. I think Zakat appeared in Zone of the Enders 1. Okay, no, I hallucinated that. Are you thinking of that other large kind of spherical enemy? I know there was another large orbital frame you fought. It was like a I can't remember if it was like a crab or like a centipede or something. Anyway, look, this is like a hangar with an actual airplane in it. I think that's cool.
Boss, we've just received word that the arms dealer due to inspect Nova Braga Airport is on his way. Once his chopper has arrived, they'll be touring the facilities along.
Alright, so if you know that they're going to take the truck, which again seems kind of obvious, right? It's a truck positioned here in the airport where they're going to do a tour. So you could see this and surmise that maybe this is a place you want to be. And you can just hide in this truck bed. So I guess we'll just wait here for them to show up and talk more about how cool Zone of the Enders is. The jellyfish! That's it, yes, must have been. There was another large jellyfish-looking thing that was also all fire weapons. For some reason I thought There was an appearance of Zakat too, but turns out I'm dumb. Well, it happens to the best of us.
The chopper will be arriving any minute. Watch out.
Yeah, so this time, we're here way before the chopper. Remember, we doped around before. And pretty much got to the truck right before they did.
There's a chopper landing. It must be carrying the arms dealer. Keep your eyes on him. Our intel suggests the target will leave the country with the arms dealer after the inspection. Take him out before that happens.
All right, we'll do that. You know what else sucks about this game? How nearly every single thing you get is either a thing to shoot people with or a thing that facilitates shooting people. Yes, I think I've mentioned this. I think I mentioned this as early as MGS4. As early as. But it might have been Portable Ops. Something where... Actually, I think I first started talking about it in the MGS2 playthrough, where specifically Metal Gear Solid 1. Yes, each of your weapons is essentially a Zelda item. It's meant to solve a puzzle more than it is meant to shoot an enemy. The Nikita is the most obvious example of... The Nikita is not a weapon. You can kill people with it, sure, but it's a thing you use to solve a puzzle. Chaff grenades are the same. The PSG-1, the Stinger, etc. They're all meant to be the solution to a puzzle, which is why the game is so linearly structured and so satisfying to replay, is that it has that adventure game sort of feel to it. Once we started getting past, I'm going to say, there's some points in, again, MGS2 I think is the first time they messed this up, because they give you the AKS-74U as part of your disguise. But it happens to also be a functional weapon. Well, very shortly after they give you that, they also give you the M4, which is a functionally nearly identical weapon. It's an assault rifle. It has a lot of bullets. It's very loud. That game makes the mistake of not even giving you much to shoot at. Are those the dudes? What's going on? Might just be taking their time. Or the mission might have completely broken. Just like Father to give me a broken mission. Oh no, I think they're on the move finally. But yes, once this series got to a certain point, MGS4 being the most egregious, because you get so many assault rifles that are different but completely superfluous. And again, aside from a couple places, you only shoot at dudes. They're pointless. This game highly exacerbates that. At least it alleviates it a little by having things like walker gears, patrolling helicopters and tanks, all of which, again, you kind of need mods to make the best use of. But yeah, almost everything in this game is a weapon. There's a couple cool gadgets, but they're never used to solve a puzzle or problem. They're always used to just, facilitate killing or extracting someone. Where are the weaponized spiders when you need them? Exactly. Exactly. Yes, in this game, 90% of that concept is axe. Yeah, 10% that do other things are really niche at best. No coolant, no BDU, no disguise, no different boxes for different areas. No... excuse me. Remembering MGS4 just turns me old. Yeah, no Nikita. There's things that have functions. Like I mentioned before, the stun arm is ostensibly the stun knife. The rocket arm is sort of a Nikita. But those don't come with any sort of puzzle element. They're just more ways to, like you said, basically kill or capture a guy. It's literally everything is basically just more guns. It's so funny also that Kaz is giving me hints because he thinks I'm completely lost. Yes. He's like try interrogating... Yeah, the target's probably outside the original predicted field of movement. You'll have to look for him yourself. Try interrogating some of the soldiers. They may know something. Hey, guess what, Kaz? They're right fucking here. I'm waiting for them because I don't want to break the mission scripting. So I'm actually pretty glad that this mission is going how it is because I've been having a lot of fun with this and I've been trying to show off some of its best elements. But as you can see, sometimes... even with the best intentions, the game just wants to break. It just wants to not function properly. And yeah, things like the weapon, there being so many weapons and you can customize the weapons and all this stuff. But like, here's the thing, right? A Resident Evil 4 or like a Gears of War or whatever... those games are fun because you shoot a bunch of big weird monsters. Like I said, there being tanks and helicopters and walker gears alleviates a little bit the issue of only shooting at dudes. But, yeah, it's still a problem. And you may have noticed my playstyle for most of this game has been sneaking and using CQC and holdups. Because, for one... I think that's the most fun way to play Metal Gear. But for two, I think especially with this game, it gives you so many options that are ostensibly all the same option. The only way to differentiate it is to just go in with little to nothing, which again the game doesn't facilitate you doing. I've needed to use mods to go in OSP style, and to even go in without an assault rifle. The game just doesn't facilitate that, and like I mentioned before, if you look up high-level play of this game, it's people going out with, like, super kitted-out assault rifles and snipers, and just getting, spotted so it goes into the slowdown and getting, like, 10 headshots at once against dudes, which looks and feels kind of cool, but it's not that fun, actually. It looks and feels cool, like, maybe the first or second time you do it, but it's not that cool. Okay, now here's the real problem is I have to get closer to them to hear them. And there's not a lot of cover here. There's also a walker gear walking around. Might cause an issue. So we're going to try our best. Oh, yeah, see? I pressed the wrong button there. And so now they're all like, oh no. So now their scripting has broken again? So, you know what? Let's do this liquid style. Now, the way I wanted to do this... Oh, look at that! He's not quite dead. You know what? Hey, if I'm fast enough... Hell yeah! So I wanted to get the conversation with them. That basically they start talking about they're going to try to market diamonds to Americans, and they have some like they have some stuff to say about capitalism and things that allude to future events in the game. But you know, the mission don't want to work. So we're just gonna do what probably you'll end up doing your first time. There we go. I wanted the one with the missiles, you see. Oh. Well. All right. Let's get a little cover here. Oh, look at him. He's running away. That man is just absolutely running out of the area, which is very funny. You know what? This is how this mission deserves to go, I think. Can't quite get through there. I would have needed a truck. Yeah, look at him! So is he just going to run out of the mission area? Oh, this is such a silly mission. Did anyone want to tell Kojima that the diamond marketing started a century before this game? Yeah, no. According to this game, it started in the 80s. Man. Everyone's just blowing up everything on me. Alright, well I think I'm probably going to die unless I can really outpace them, but this is very silly. I've never quite seen the mission go this way before. So here's the issue, is I can't really get beyond that with what I have. And I don't know why that man... I don't know where he's going. Remember I said I wanted to plan it so I could play as Liquid here? Well, I didn't plan for this. And I think that's fine, because I think this is funnier this way. I think, again, this shows the real spirit of this game. Yeah, he's running. He's like a running man. In his world, more is less. Let's see. What do they talk about? I don't remember all of it. I just remember that, yeah, they bring up the whole, like, marketing the diamonds to Americans thing. And they talk about a little bit more about, like, what's going to happen with, they allude to more diseases and villages and American imperialism. It's actually pretty interesting dialogue, but as you saw, like, this mission doesn't always go great.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy.
But I think that was a bang-up ending to this absolute scuff fest. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Boy, talk about the polar opposite of how Snake's mission went, huh?
Great work.
That's apparently good enough to be a B rank. I'll take it.
I've tossed that arms dealer in the break. The way he tells it, he worked in logistics with the South African army, but he was headhunted by Sainer. Whoever gave him the orders would only have been a pawn of Skullface anyway.
Oh, of course.
But apparently he hasn't been in contact for some time. He doesn't know much about Sainer, not even what its president looks like. Just another cog in the machine.
All right. Well, we did what we could with that mission. Great job, Liquid. Great job.